Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to solve a word problem that could be solved in a different way without using algebra, but I want to show you how to use it and solve it algebraically by finding the value of x. Let's get into it right now.
It's like every day.
So if you look here, you can see that we have a diagram and we have the question. Let's get into this question. When Keisha installed a fence along the 200-foot perimeter of her rectangular backyard, she left an opening for a gate. In the diagram below, she used x to represent the length in feet of the gate. And then the question is asking us, what is the value of x? So as you can see from the diagram here, we have a backyard, we have the width is 30 feet, the length is 60 feet. It says the perimeter is 200 feet. So there is a strategy where you can add up, because you know rectangles have two long sides, two short sides. But there is a little discrepancy here for the gate because there's an opening here. So this whole side cannot be 60. 60 plus what? It's one of these, isn't it? Right? So then, but it must all add up back to 200. So you can say 60 plus 60 is 120, and then 30 and 30 is 60, which will give you 180, and then say 200 take away 180, and you can get it that way. But this way I want to show you is by using the equation method, right? By setting up an equation, setting up a variable and everything. So this is the one I'm going to do for now. So we're going to say two sides because, like I said before, you have two long sides, right? So two sides of 60 plus this x here, right? And then we have two sides of 30. So two sides of 30. Right? This is the strategy that I'm showing you today. I mean, listen, at the end, I always ask you guys if you have another strategy to please share. And if you do understand the other strategy, then of course you can share that. But I'm focusing on this one right now. So just bear with me. So this would be the setup for that particular question. And then you would just solve it by opening up the brackets by multiplying in, right? So 2 times 60 is 120. Plus sign, and then 2 times x will give you 2x plus sign, and then 2 times 30 will give you 60. Right, so here you have two sets of families. You have numbers without the variable, and then you have this number with the variable. So what we're going to do here, you know, in equations, you always have an equation and then you have an equal sign, right? So we do need this equal sign here. So the equal sign means that that's the total and this is the 200, right? So that's going to give us the 200 here. Okay, so now we can carry on because we have an equal sign. So something plus something or something minus something equals 200 is always going to give you the basics of the equation. So now we have to solve for everything. So this 120 here and this 60 here is in the same family. So we're going to add those two together. That gives us the 180. We're going to always keep our equal sign lined up because we always want the variable on the left and the answer on the right. So 180, right, plus the 2x equals the 200. All right, so let's line up our equal sign again. So what's the next step? Sorry, I'm trying to pause instead of in an iron all the time. The strategy is always the same, isn't it? What's the aim? Sorry, the aim. The aim is to get the x by itself all the time, isn't it? So the 2x stays on this side, but this 180 doesn't stay on the side because it doesn't have a variable. So it has to join its family over here, right? So the 2x stays here. And then the 200 stays on the right, but then the 180 comes over and join it. But then when it does, it's going to change its sign. So that's going to be minus 180. Right? So I'm going to move it up a little bit here. So 2x equals, then we're going to solve this. So 200 minus 180 is going to give us 20. Right? We still need to solve for the x because we don't want this number with the x. Okay, so that what we're going to do, this means 2 times x. And then what we need to do is do the opposite operation of times, which is division. So the x stays on the left, 20 stays here, and then we are going to divide by this 2. Right, so now you can see, right, that x is going to be what? 2 goes into 20, 10 times. So this, my friends, is a. What is the value of x? X is a. X is 10. Let's prove that then, right? So if x equals 10, let's put that back up here. So if x is 10, that means the width is 70, isn't it? So 60 plus this 10 is 70. So if this is 70, this is 70. If this is 30, this is 30. Now if we add everything up, we should get back to the 200, which was the original perimeter, right? So let's do that. So 70 and 70 is 140. 30 and 30 is 60. And there we have it, right? 6 and 4 is 10. And that will give us our 2. That will take us right back to the 200. So that's how you know that your x is 10. And that, my friends, is the answer. So what did you all think of this algebra strategy? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment and subscribe with that notification bell so you know every time I upload, which is every Wednesday. And I will see you next time in another math video. Thank you for watching. Class dismissed.